Here's a quote for you. The reasonable man adapts to the world. The unreasonable man persists in trying to adapt the world to himself. Therefore, all progress is dependent upon the unreasonable man. Do you see how that is the case? If everybody is conforming to the norm, just adapt into the world, adapt into the norm, well, nothing's going to change, is it? And do you want things to change? You look around in yourself, you look around in the world, a lot of misery going on, a lot of suffering, a lot of loneliness, you look at this shit and you're like, things need to change. But the only way it's going to change is if you change, is another quote by, who's it by? Gandhi? I don't know. Be the change you want to see in the world. Be the change you want to see in the world. Because it's like, there's no other way, man. You can't wait for the world to change. You have to be the change. And like, that's hard. That's the hard bit, because you're going against the grain. You're going against the flow. So be the unreasonable one. Be unreasonable. You see, all you got to do is like, being unreasonable or being different is gonna cause controversy in the main state of how things are. And so you're scared, there's fear. It's like, well, I can't be different, I can't do this, because people are gonna think I'm the bad one, the wrong one. But all you gotta do is know that within yourself, like, is what I have to offer or what I want to change, is this actually authentically good and coming from a place of love and truth and freedom? And if it is, and you inquire into that within yourself, and it's just again and again and again the same thing, it's like, yes, this is the most loving thing, this is the most truthful thing, this is the most freeing thing, even if it goes against the majority, then you have to have faith and trust in yourself that that is what is needed in the world. And so bring that into the world. And again, this is not an easy task, because you're going against the grain, you're being ostracized and whatever. But I mean, man, look at all the greats in history. They were all ostracized to a certain extent, They had a lot of haters and whatever. Of course, they had a lot of praise and stuff as well. But again, also, if you look at the greats in history, like, a lot of their fame and their fame and whatever else, recognition, it came after their time. And so if you bring the goodness that is needed in the world, then maybe you're just gonna get pushed down and hated and not even recognized and whatever. So it's a fucking tough battle, man. But like, again, like, if you're grounded in that truth and freedom and love within yourself, then it's like, you have to keep persisting. You have to keep persisting. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. And again, it's not easy, but I mean, like, so a lot of, I think, this could be seen as, this quote that I said in the first bit of this video of, the unreasonable man persists in trying to adapt the world to himself, to his own ideas, to his own beliefs and whatever. This could be seen as like narcissistic. It could be seen as arrogant or self-absorbed or whatever, because it's like, oh, you're trying to get the whole world to believe in what you believe in. It's like, no, that's stupid. And it's like, I can certainly see where that's coming from. But again, it's like, you have to really inquire into yourself and ask, like, is this thing that I want changed in the world or in whatever way, is this thing just personal, selfish, egoic? Is this just for my own survival needs, for my own selfishness? Or is this like a universal thing that would actually serve me and the whole world, you know? Has this kind of just got nothing really to do with me as this ego, and it's more about what is just needed in the greater whole? And so sometimes, yeah, you might deceive yourself into thinking like, yeah, this is what's needed for the greater whole, when actually it's egoic and selfish. There can be self-deception there as well, so you do have to be careful. But so yeah. I don't know, I just wanted to share that because I thought that was an interesting quote that I came across. I don't know who it's by. Bernard Shaw or something, one like that. I actually have no idea. But yeah, it's just, I want to say, it's like, this is I see too many people in the victim mentality. And again, it's like we've been brought up this way, we've been conditioned this way. And so it does take effort and time and persistence to rewire our brain to stop feeling like a victim, to stop blaming the world. But this is what's needed. But again, with this in mind, you have to exist on two planes simultaneously. And what these planes are is you have to remain in realizing that everything is actually perfect as it is, and to accept it as it is, and to see that it's all just the divine play of reality, and it's actually all okay, and nothing actually needs to be fixed or changed. Exist on that plane, and exist on this plane that I'm talking about, of it's like, well, things could be better. It's like, you want to be like, oh, everything's perfect, but things could also improve, you know? You want to have both of these going on, because if you just have the one where it's like, everything's perfect, everything's fine as it is, then, well, there's, you know, you can live in that, but then there's still a lot of suffering going on in the world. But if you just live on this plane of it's like, oh, things are bad and need to be fixed, it's like, there's always going to be improvements to be made. It's like, and if you do that, then you're just going to suffer, you know, which is going to add to the suffering, which is what you want to change. So, and to be on this plane, you exist on duality. So it's like here's a problem and here's a solution. It's like, here's us versus them, you know, here's the issue and here's what needs to be changed. You know, here's a problem, here's the wrong that needs to be right, here's the bad that needs to be good. And so I think ultimately what you want to do is exist on this non-dual plane, and then you act from that in the world. And I think that's just naturally going to be, what you're going to do is naturally going to be the most truthful and loving thing, you know. Anyway, here's some ideas anyway. But yeah, it's funny because it's like, when I go about like walking in the street, or I'm like at a cafe and I like hear some people behind me having a conversation, like a lot of it is just complaining about shit. Complaining about the people in their lives. Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, complaining about the things in their life. It's like, bro, it's like, you can take responsibility if you want. It's like, if there's something in your life that you're not happy with, it's like, start working on ways on what the solution is. And it might take you fucking years to solve it. It might take you a lot of hardship, but it's a fucking easy route to take, to just blame and to just play the victim. And like, I don't know, man. I don't know. So I think that's really all I want to say in this video. Like, you have the power there within you. Like, the power is not out there. The only problem is that you've taken the power within and you have made it so you've put the power outside of you. It's not actually outside of you, but you have like tricked yourself. You've taken the power and like projected it onto other things outside of you, and then you put it back on yourself. You put this power on your, like this oppression onto yourself. Like, that's what you're doing. It's like the oppression doesn't exist out here. Like, you don't have to allow that to come. I don't know what I'm saying. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I've just started an online community. So come join us, and we're gonna talk about this shit, and we're gonna fucking change the world, bro. Yeah, what? No, but yeah, I've started this community. I've started this online community. It's called The Truth Playground. And it's kind of like a social media site where we can like post. This is all very new for me, so it's like it's still just emerging, and this is going to be a space where we can kind of co-create something that feels like right for all of us. So yeah, it's like you can post stuff, you can post your own experiences, questions, answers, look for guidance, ask for guidance, post some stuff you're doing in your day. Again, it's like, I don't really know what's gonna emerge from this, but I think this is important. You know, I think community and connection is important. And I didn't always used to think like this, because I used to be this like enlightened lone wolf, where I was like, you know, like, fuck the world, I want to get enlightened for myself and whatever. But you know, and there's some truth in that. Like I've said before, it's like to have periods of your life of like that is good, but at the same time it's like, are you deceiving yourself thinking that because actually you're afraid of connecting? Because actually connection is scary for you, because that's what it was for me. But let me tell you that there's great joy to be had in connecting, in relating, because ultimately it's like, if you complete this journey, you know, if you want to use these terms of like completion, it's like if you complete enlightenment or whatever, then what's left? It's still like, you know, because if you're in like a pure non-dual state, then obviously there's nothing that you can really do in a sense. So it's like you have to actually fabricate meaning and project it onto whatever this is. You actually have to fabricate duality and project it onto non-duality in order to operate. And so it's like, what life do you want to live? And there's great joy to be had in connecting with people. Is this making any sense? I don't know. But yeah, come join the community. It's gonna be sick, brother. It's gonna be sick. And yeah, this can, like, I'm open to whatever wants to come of this. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just some thoughts. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the group. The link will be in the description and pinned comment. So check it out. Peace.